I had 2 seasons when I played as the number 9 and I think scored 34 goals in both the seasons. I was bored. And if Man United didn't come in, I would have went Newcastle again.
What, so that would have been like your second choice?
Biggest achievement in management? That's all. DC and Derby, where I managed to get a full season in.
Okay, this is a little bit of a different episode of the Wayne Rooney Show. We thought we've asked enough questions to Wayne throughout the series, so we're handing kind of the ownership over to you guys. We've been asking you to send in your questions, and myself and Kay are going to put them to Wayne on your behalf. Wayne, you ready?
Yep.
Go on, Kay, you can go first because you've been like a giddy kid with some of these, reading them.
No, I think we've covered this already. But he said, what is the biggest difference from playing football when Wayne was playing and football today? And I think it's the lack of good defenders, isn't it?
You can't ask and answer it.
No, there is a difference, of course. I think Guardiola's been a big part of that as well. I think since he come over, and I think the game's gone a bit slower, and obviously more build-up, and goalkeepers playing out from the back more, and centre-backs having more touches, and actually it's changed a little bit this season. You receive more long throw-ins again, and balls getting played in behind a bit more this season. But I think over the last 10 years, it is a bit slower and more build-up, and where we get it forward and get crosses in the box, and I think that's the big difference.
He's right. I think it's nice to see a return of English football this year, though. Like lob it to the big man, second balls. I'm not happy till it goes back to 4-4-2. I'm telling you that much.
Okay then. I like this. What would be your dream five-a-side team from current Premier League players? Probably should have told you this one in advance because it's quite tough.
Current Premier League players. Ooh. The Phil Foden, definitely.
Okay, one. Why have you picked him first? He was like, you didn't even have to think about that.
Yeah, because it was five-a-side, Phil Foden, tight areas. Brilliant. Probably Cole Palmer as well in there.
Who's your keeper?
Saka.
It's a very attacking team, this.
Yeah.
No, I'm not having a keeper.
Fair.
No defenders.
I put Caicedo in there. He can be the defensive one, but he can attack as well. Mo Salah. So yeah, that would be me 5 players. Yeah.
Okay, Kay, can you pick up off this? Who would you have in yours? There we go.
I'd probably. Do you know what? I would pick Haaland though, just purely because of the fact he's so big and whatever. I'm going for like outmuscle the rest of the lads, and I think Haaland's quite big and whatever.
See, you'd have Foden, Saka, Palmer, just little movements around him, and he wouldn't get near them.
I'd pick Kobbie Mainoo, to be fair, as well.
Yeah, Kobbie would be good.
So we got some minutes.
Oh, no, that's a low blow. That's a low.
No, but I'm joking. I love Kobbie Mainoo.
I think instead of Caicedo, I'd have Kobbie Mainoo. But I have to have a United player in there, innit?
Yeah, true. Go on. Next question, Kay.
Biggest achievement and regret while playing, and biggest achievement and regret in management.
Biggest regret was the time when I went into Birmingham in management, for sure. And the whole thing about it, really.
Sure.
Probably what I regret.
Well, because of the change of ownership and everything and what was going on?
Yeah, the owners were great, and from that point of view, and it was just the timing, and John Eustace was doing a good job, and obviously that's nothing to do with me when they got rid of John, but going in at that time, and the fans obviously liked John, and they started okay in the league, and I just wouldn't do it again if it was in that situation again.
It's always hard going in after a manager that's quite popular with the fans and doing well as well, isn't it?
Biggest achievement in management? That's all. DC and Derby, where I managed to get a full season in. That probably is. No, I think at Derby, I know we got relegated, but we created a real family, good place, as good as we could during administration, with members of staff getting made redundant and losing jobs and stuff. We created a happy place in bad times, really, and so that was probably the biggest achievement. We brought a lot of academy players through who've gone on to still playing, obviously having good careers.
Okay, you've done your management ones. What about your playing ones?
I don't know, because obviously there's different trophies and stuff we've won. From a selfish point of view, which I'm very rarely selfish is in winning the FA Cup and walking up the steps at Wembley and as captain and lifting the trophy. And regret going to the World Cup 2006 probably.
Why do you regret that?
Yeah, I went fit. I shouldn't have went. And then it ended with getting a red card. And so yeah, if it went back, I probably wouldn't have went. Wouldn't go.
Okay. Which Manchester United teammate made you laugh the most in the dressing room?
There's a few. Patrice was always quite lively, but he was annoying as well.
In what way? Why is he annoying?
No.
Have you not seen his Instagram?
Yeah, but as a teammate.
No, but he's a nice lad, Pat. Pat was funny at times. Gerard Piqué was
funny.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he was very funny. Yeah, funny lad. Yeah, I'd Guy Neville as well. Guy Neville could be funny at times. I'd say Pat if I had to choose one.
I collect shirts and currently have around 60. What's Wayne's favourite shirt he wore?
Why are you reading this like it's come out of a computer?
My favourite shirt I wore.
You spoke about one. Do you remember when we did that podcast in London in the studio? You spoke about one that day. I can't remember what it was.
The one I liked most to wear, it fitted and how it looked was, I think it was 2016.
Did you swap shirts with a lot of people?
Yeah, after we had Kai, started swapping more shirts. Then really, before I didn't really, players ask for my shirt, I'd just give them in. But yeah, I've swapped with quite a lot, yeah.
So have you got any big names?
Yeah, Ronaldo, Zlatan, I don't know if I've got Messi.
Wow.
Schweinsteiger.
When your boys were getting older, were they then asking you, and were there specific ones that they would say, Dad, I really want that shirt?
Yeah, and I think Santa's got them a few shirts as well.
What a Santa you've got in your area.
You try and get whatever ones you can, really, and then obviously if you're coming up, there's some random ones as well. I think the kids have asked me to get in, where you're like, oh, I'm not going to ask him for that shirt. Like it's some random. I can't remember which place. It was like a holding midfielder for Burnley or someone. That's not being disrespectful, but well, come on.
You can caveat it with, Matt probably says it sounds worse if you say it's my son. It sounds even more like you really don't want it.
No, so I've got some really good ones in there, and there's ones where which I've always kept them, whatever shirt it was, I've always kept them.
Are they framed or are they just in a box somewhere?
No, a lot of them are framed, yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Okay, on to the next question. I've just realised we should probably actually give people credit for sending them in and say the name of who's been sending them in. And I like this name. So Tony Tiger says, what was the most memorable conversation you had with Sir Alex Ferguson? Is there a line that's stuck with you ever since?
Yeah, I always remember the one line he said, and one thing he said, and he said it a few times, is the hardest thing to do in life is work hard. And that stuck with me, that I think.
Great quote.
Whatever job you're doing, and that can apply to anything really. So I think in football we have talent, we have ability, and but sometimes we don't look at working hard every day, and you'd think that's normal. You should do that if you play at a big club, but some players actually, you've seen them, they don't, and so that was the one thing which stuck with me.
Have you passed that on? Have you used that line on other players that you've coached since?
Yeah, I've robbed a few of them.
You would if you've worked with Sir Alex for that long. You'd be silly.
Yeah, he used to stop training all the time, and it was the geese flying over. It was the geese going there.
Yeah.
And he'd stop it all the time and talk about teamwork, and the ones at the front, then they peel off to the back, and the next ones take over. And
what, with the geese?
When you've heard it about 1,000 times.
I thought he only done that once. Was that like a reoccurring thing?
When you get new players, he stops to tell them, and you've been there 13 years, and like, come on, not again.
Oh, that's good. Tony Tiger has single-handedly probably got the best line out of Wayne out of all the pods we've done. Tony can come on more often. Okay.
Right, Lee Thomas Taylor. Who was faster, you or Cristiano Ronaldo?
Oh,
We done tests at over 30 yards, I think it was. And I was topping that. And Owen Hargreaves was actually second.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Owen was quicker than when people think, yeah. So yeah, I was faster than that, but there's all different aspects in football, and you know, Cristiano obviously dribbling with the ball is really quick. Ryan Giggs dribbling with the ball. Some players are seem quicker with the ball than without it as well. So, and
Was there anyone you played against where you were like, bloody hell, they're so quick, I can't.
yeah,
can't believe this.
Kyle Walker's rapid,
is he?
and
Yeah.
Theo, Gabriel Bongo's rapid. So yeah, they're the three actually. I'd say the quickest. Aaron Lennon, sharp, like just like over 5 yards. Aaron Lennon was so quick, so sharp.
It was the slits in the eyebrows. It made him more aerodynamic.
Pauline Carroll says, if football wasn't for you, what would you have done?
I don't know. I've never actually even thought about. When I was young, I never thought about anything else but football. So probably what the lads in Crocky were from doing, like bricklayer or build a building site or electrician or something like that.
Okay, what would you have done if you weren't a comedian?
Ooh.
Did you have a job before you were a comedian? Have you
I've
always
had
been a
loads of
comedian?
jobs. I've worked in finance. I've worked in gyms. I've worked in retail. I worked at the Apple store. I've done a whole bunch of stuff. I worked at Fulham Football Club in hospitality for about 3 shifts as well.
What? I'm a bit nervous to ask why it only lasted 3 shifts.
Because do you know what it was? I think there was one day I was in a players' lounge and I was serving them food and whatever, and that was like the fun part. And I was like, oh, this is great, because it was like I was seeing like I remember seeing like Gareth Southgate, Stuart Downing, I think Mark Schwarzer and all those guys. And then the next time they put me in a box and the people were just rude, and I was like, I can't do this again. And
And that was that.
I thought I was going to be with the players every week. But it was, so I was like excited to see like players coming around. But it was like they stuck me in a box with like these people, and they were quite rude to me. And I was like, I'm not doing this, man. I was 16 and I had a bit of an attitude on me in it. So I was like, I can't take people talking to me like this. So yeah, I just left
I think I might have said this on this show before, or I've definitely said it to Wayne before. I used to serve the England team at the Grove, so I've probably served Wayne at some point, which is quite funny to think.
There
how
was
you
an
go full
annoying
circle.
girl who was doing that.
Walked right into that, didn't I? Go on, Kay, do the next one.
If you could have one player in your team that you never played with, who would it have? Who would it have been? Sorry, yeah, Simon Halfpenny. Sorry, they've written between rather than been. That's why.
I'd have to say Messi.
Yeah, of course.
It'd have to be Messi. There was him or Zidane. Yeah, I'd have to say Messi.
How good was Zidane though?
Yeah, Zidane was smooth, very and elegant and touch and control, and Zidane was some player.
Were there any other were there players that you ever looked at in awe, just like maybe in the in the tunnel, or like as they stepped on a pitch, where you were just a bit like not like scared of them or whatever, but you were like, wow, I'm playing against like Zidane or
Not really. The one was when I actually scored my first goal for Everton in the Premier League. Was Arsenal, and I was on the bench. I started the game on the bench, and at Goodison you walk down the tunnel, and it's tight, and the starting lineups are out, and the subs we walked through them. I remember walking past them, thinking like, these are massive. It was honestly, they were, I think Sol Campbell, David Seaman, Vieira, Henri's big, Gilberto Silva. They were massive. Bergkamp big. I didn't realise actually how big they was until I got up close to them.
Yeah, they're big guys, man.
Okay, on to the next one. Adam Wilson 4063 says, was there any chance of you joining Newcastle back in 2004?
Yeah, I would have certainly went. It was Manchester United wanted to wait a season, and then sign me the year after I did sign, and Newcastle put a bid in, and if Man United didn't come in, I would have went Newcastle. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that never happened.
Well, so that would have been like your second choice?
It was them two who were bidding against each other, really, and it was me agent's best mate who was chairman at Newcastle at the time. So I'm sure he was getting nudged to try and get me as well. But it was them two really. They were the ones bidding, and I of course I wanted to go to Man Utd. I spoke to Bobby Robson and Alan Shearer.
Did you?
As well, yeah. And into Bobby Robson style, he got on the phone and called me Mark. So I thought he obviously forgot my name, or he was a genius, because that's my middle name.
Right. David C asks, why do you think you were so far ahead of other players at your age? Was it nature or nurture?
No, I think I just play football every day, for hours and hours, every single day, before school, after school, in training, and that's what I've done really. I just practiced on it. And, I used to go out. Behind our house was the local youth club, and we had a tarmac pitch right behind our house, and I used to go out and practice passing the ball from one side to the other, and then finishing and touch. I actually cut my head open one day in there. I don't know why I done it. I threw a stone up and stupidly looked up to see where it was. I
thought you said you were going to try and head it.
Yeah, but no, I think just practice, and then hunger as well. I think once I got moved up one age group, then two age groups, then I was 14, played for the under 19s, and I just wanted that hunger. Every time I moved up, I didn't want anyone else to take my place, and I think that drives you on.
What I think is important as well is you seem like you never lost a love for the game.
Well, that was I found me a passion. It was football and everything, and that's always in you. You have that love for the game, and this would be my career, and it's still there now.
Yeah. Just talking to us about it instead, unfortunately. The Al Harrington says, what would you consider the best individual performance of your playing career?
That's a tough one.
Okay, do top three then, maybe. Might be easier.
I don't know. I enjoyed the 8-2 against Arsenal. Scored a hat-trick. Enjoyed that game, and individual... It's so difficult to choose, because I critique myself all the time and go, so sometimes I actually have played better than I think I've played, because I'm focused on one mistake I've made or something. But that's a difficult one. I don't know how to answer that. I can't. The Arsenal one, I'd say.
Okay, what do you think? What's your, when you look back on Wayne?
There's too many, man. There's too many.
Stop, you're both. This is a cop out for both of you.
But you see. All right, I'll go from one of my favourite seasons was I think it was the season
2010.
When you played as a 9. Yeah, I feel like that season.
Telepathic or something.
No, I knew he was going to. No, that's. I had 2 seasons when I played as the number 9, and I think scored 34 goals in both the seasons, and but I was bored. Like,
really?
I was coming off the pitch and I was scoring goals, and like I was just weren't enjoying.
Oh, that's so boring, isn't it, scoring goals?
No, but I like to play football and get involved in the game, and so I was scoring goals, and obviously we winning games, whatever. But I wanted to get involved in the game, and
Did you ask Sir Alex to move you and take you off that position?
No, it's. We lost players, and I went up top, and of course, listen, love scoring goals and love playing up front, but I wanted to be involved a bit more, and that's a hard skill set to learn. We're seeing it now with maybe Rashford might go there, or Mbappe. To go and play as the number 9 is very difficult. You've got to be very patient, and it's a difficult skill set, and it takes time to learn them.
No, what I meant was when you were playing up front, did you ask the gaffer to move you back to get you more involved in the game? Because you
different things happened, and Van Persie come in, so I moved back, and he went into that number 9 role. So it depends on what players you have in the squad, and like I could play one game with Berbatov. I have to play a different role, and I might play with Tevez, and I'm changing my role again to try and bring the best out of both of us.
That brings us on to a good question. Which was your favourite? This is from Srikrant. Which was your favourite strike partnership? Rooney Tevez, Rooney Ronaldo, Rooney Van Persie, or Rooney Berbatov?
Tevez. I really enjoy playing with Carlos, and I enjoy playing with all of them, but with Carlos, there was a big thing in the papers when we were signing him, saying that the two of us were too similar, we couldn't play together, and I think for the both of us, that really, like, we were like, okay, we'll show you and stuff, and we were aggressive and we worked hard and tackled as well, but then bounced off each other. One of us plays the 9, the other is the 10, and we change it up, and so he was definitely the favourite one to play with.
Richard Stone says, if you could change one rule in football, what would it be and why?
I'd just go back with just letting the referees ref the game.
I knew you'd say that. From everything you've said on this show, you're not a VAR fan, are you?
No, I just if they're getting everything right, then you can put up with it. But we're seeing the Celtic goal where they give a handball. It hasn't even touched his arm, so, and making mistakes as well with VAR. So you may as well let the referees make the mistakes.
Would you think it would be better if they use VAR like an appeal system where you go, where the manager goes, I want that looked at?
Like in cricket or in...
Yeah.
No, I just think we're trying to overcomplicate the simple game.
True.
There's so many different rule changes and so many things coming into play, and football is a simple game. If you actually break it down, it's 11v11 for 90 minutes, and then we're doing our best to try and make it very difficult.
No, I was going to say limit the amount of passes in your own area. Just like if you put a certain limit on the amount of times you can pass it around the back four.
Well, you do that in the kids' football, don't they? The kids have to go back towards the halfway line for goal kicks. So that's to encourage them to pass out.
Yeah, so probably makes it more interesting.
Okay, next question.
Okay. Probably your most famous moment in the US was the game against Orlando City. This is from Liam5846. With the keeper up for a corner, you ran back to stop a certain goal and then hit a 50-yard pass to set up the winner. Be honest, how often do you watch that? And one comment on the YouTube video said, Rooney went from Paolo Maldini to David Beckham real quick.
No, it pops up now and again on Instagram and stuff. And the one thing from that, which I didn't get why the keeper was there. We've drawn the game 2-2. I was like, what are you doing? I'm on the edge of the box and I see our keeper run past me. I was like, where's he going? What's he doing? So I was thinking, right, if they break, I might be able to get back. And so I stayed out the box then, and he obviously did. If the player passes it, and there's another player inside me,
yeah,
it would have took me completely out of the game. And so I was thinking, in my head, I'm thinking, please have a touch, because I knew if he had a touch, I could get close to him and get a tackle in and win the ball or take him out, either one.
Do you know what the maddest part of that one was for me? Was the lad that scores the goal, when he celebrates, he doesn't even come over to you or anything, and then there's a shot of you just like breathing heavily, like you're not even smiling or anything.
No, that was his hat trick, Luciano. That was his third goal, and he's one of my favourite players I've ever played with.
Is it?
Oh, is it?
Why?
Yeah, he's brilliant. Honestly, he's tiny. He's like a smaller version of Sergio Aguero, and skillful. And he was signing for PSG. He flew to PSG, and the general manager of DC flew out with him. And I think when he got there, the DC asked for more money than which he'd agreed, and it didn't happen. The poor lad had to come back crying his eyes out, and missed out on a big move to PSG. But he's some player.
Okay.
And that goal was offside.
What was it? Don't say that.
I think
His
VAR
hat-trick as well.
let it go. They knew it was a big moment.
This came in from Philip C, 1989. So these are his words. You're the record goal scorer for Manchester United, second highest for England. You won pretty much every club trophy going. So why do people often say you're underrated?
I know some people say I'm overrated as well. So
I don't hear that one. I always hear. No, I always hear people downplaying your success.
Yeah, I don't know how underrated.
For me, I'm not really too bothered, to be honest. I think what's important to me is what my teammates what they think. That's the most important thing, because they're the players you play with and you try and win trophies with, and so yeah, it's some people like different players for different reasons. That's completely fine, and.
I think part of the reason is, and it's a lot of like the old United lads, is you lot sort of keep it humble and you don't talk about your success and stuff. That's why, like, whenever these conversations get up, people sort of lean into even disrespect at times when they're talking about certain players. I think I saw that Gerrard interview the other day, and they asked him, was Scholes, Lampard or Gerrard, and he said he'd back himself. And I think whereas like I've heard Paul Scholes say it before, like he doesn't talk about himself like that or whatever. And I think most of those guys that played for United in that era don't toot their own horn and say how good they was, because I think it happens with Roy Keane as well. People sort of just reduce Roy Keane sometimes to just a shin kicker, where it's like the guy was one of the most complete midfielders you've had in the Premier League.
I think you have to back yourself. That's something you have to do here. Otherwise, you'll never get to the level you want to get to. But yeah, I think Stevie said about Scholes as well. He'd be the best in the Premier League if he played now as well. And but yeah, there's lots of players who do different things who maybe people don't see, and and don't get the credit they deserve for what they do. And listen, I've had many. Great words from a lot of people, and but yeah, I just played the game and tried to win it. Tried to win trophies with my teammates, and that's it.
I also think people have just got short kind of memories. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're always on to the next best thing, and we kind of forget how good people were a few years ago. That's also what I think it is. But
where was this is Martinelli 957. Where was your most comfortable position on the pitch?
Anywhere really. Like, that sounds mad. Anywhere. Across midfield or forward line. I think I was always at my best when you just going to play, and I'd pop up on the left or the right, or pop up behind the midfielders at times, and so just playing, just being on the pitch in the attacking third. That was what I liked and enjoyed. If you wanted one position, then probably the number 10.
Do you think the way current football is now and how managers are with teams now, you would be allowed to be given that freedom? Because it's something we talk about a lot, do we? That players...
Yeah, and sometimes I wasn't allowed. I wasn't meant to be doing it at times, and the manager would be screaming at me and to get further up the pitch and stuff. But sometimes you feel the game, and in my head, that's what I'm feeling that the game needs at that time, and so you couldn't do it yet, so it wasn't always the right decision as well, but you've got to stick with your gut.
Okay, this one is coming from Matthew Jess 5488. Do you think Ronaldo will score 1,000 goals before he retires?
100%. He's not retired before he scores 1,000. And it'd be great for him as well if he does that, and I'm sure over the next couple of years he'll be playing with his son alongside him. So I think that's a big thing as well for him.
Yeah, it'd be pretty special, wouldn't it? What a player, okay?
Okay, I think there's only one question left. Lion Man 1982. Did you wear Rockport boots as a kid?
Why has he asked that question?
I don't know.
That's literally... I think both of us thought the same, so neither of us are asked here.
Yeah.
So I bought a pair of Rockport boots about 4 weeks ago.
What?
Oh, really?
Maybe this person sold you them.
That's why I'm asking why he asked that question. He used to see me in them. No, I went into a shop about 4 weeks ago, so I did wear them when I was younger. My socks tucked in my trousers. I used to wear them for school. And I went into a shop about 4 weeks ago and seen them. I mean, I've got to get them. So I bought them, and the man who bought them off, he said they got about 100 pairs in, and 80 of them went in the first week.
Oh,
Wow.
no way.
Yeah.
Why are they so popular?
What are you laughing at?
Hey,
I don't know why my camera's zoomed in.
I was trying to listen to you.
I was trying to keep a straight face, but for some reason the camera
Sorry,
zoomed into me, yeah?
Is he zoomed in on yours?
Yeah, he's
Yeah, I'm like...
It just was really making me laugh. Sorry. I wasn't laughing at your answer. I was laughing at the fact that I could.
This has made it look so huge as well. It's insane. Yeah.
I wore Rockports for school, and
I didn't have a clue what Rockport boots were. Did you, Kay?
No, neither did I.
have you not seen them?
Oh, I'm looking at them now. Oh, I thought they were like football boots, but they're not. They're just like...
What you thought? You thought wore football boots for school?
Bro, so I saw people used to wear AstroTurfs to school all the time.
So a big thing is people wear them with a tracksuit and tuck the socks.
You're joking.
Did you do that?
Yeah.
Are you going to do that now with your new pair?
No.
Why did you? Are you actually going to wear the new pair that you bought?
I've worn them loads of times.
They're like kickers. You used to wear kickers, innit?
Yeah, with the little badge thing on them.
That's proper divorced dad energy, that one.
What colour did you get?
Black.
Yeah, the blacks are the best.
I think my whole time Man United, I had one pair of shoes which didn't hurt my feet.
Well, so you wore, when you weren't playing football, you had one pair of shoes you wore all the time.
All the other ones hurt my feet. So if I get a pair of
You got
shoes,
weird
and
feet or something?
Don't start getting into that territory. Start asking him for pics of his feet and stuff.
obviously through playing all the time, they hurt. And
If you do want pictures of Wayne Rooney's feet, send in your request.
To be
The
fair,
Wayne Rooney Show at bbc.co.uk.
oh, the amount of messages on social media I get about feet that, oh. Okay, I think that is where our questions are going to wrap. So a massive thank you to everyone who has sent them in. Hopefully we've answered yours if you are listening. A reminder, The Wayne Rooney Show is available every Monday and Friday. You can watch us on the BBC Sport YouTube and BBC iPlayer, or you can listen on BBC Sounds.